What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real House of Potomac. Finally, the final part to this reunion of season 6. It is finally coming to a close, okay? Because we need a break. I don't know about y'all, but baby, I need a break. Anyway, so we get up into the episode, okay? Now we already knew what was finna start happening by the end of the last week's episode when Nikki asked Ashley, listen, bitch. You literally came down there to do Gizelle dirty work and you left, okay? You lugged your breast milk down there and then you left, all right? Ashley, her whole thing was, because Nikki was like, you barely had a storyline. It was like you and then the Real Housewives of Potomac girls. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. She was like, now hold on. I've been on this show. This is my 6th year on this show, okay? And throughout the show, I have put out my stuff, okay? My stuff is well documented on the show, you know what I'm saying? I said that's not the point. The point of the matter is you came down there to start some stuff. That's what it is. Whether you thought that it was going to go the way that it was going to go or not, you came down there and started some stuff. Nikki wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying it. Of course, Robin wanted to jump in and say, well, that's not what the intent was. Nobody knew that it was going to be like that or whatever. Girl, even Nikki said, now, Robin, hold on. Now, you just be quiet at this point because you really want to sit here and say that you ain't think that this shit was going to blow up the way that it was going to blow up. Like, come on, you got to be smarter than that, all right? And so, she had asked Wendy, because Wendy said she didn't think that Ashley was coming down there to be malicious when she said what she said, but she felt like Gizelle was being malicious. And she was like, well, one stabbed you in the front and one stabbed you in the back. So what's the difference? Like, both of them, you know what I'm saying? And so at this point, like I said, Robin had to chime in. And I was just like, Robin, just be quiet at this point, okay? Candice tried to chime in. Well, Nikki, she just gave birth. Candice, I'm talking to Ashley, okay? So let me just talk to her, all right? I said, wait a minute. And then why she shut her down like that? She put her down like a little kid. Candy, I'm talking to Ashley. Okay, cool. I said, all right, we gonna get some control up in this bitch. And so we get into that, baby. She said something about, Robin. She didn't like the fact that Robin was up there talking to, asking Gizelle, who are we going to be mad at? Because she was like, I've seen people say that, you be little Gizelle minking or whatever, but now I really see it because you was basically saying who we going to be mad at. Are we mad at, Ashley? What is with this we stuff? You a grown woman. You asking another grown woman who you should be mad at. It don't supposed to be that way or whatever. She was like, no, that's not what it is. It's because, listen, at that time, like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, am I mad at Gizelle? Are we mad at this person or that person? Because, listen, I was just drunk, okay? You saw how messed up I was. Nikki said, yeah, I know. Okay, but shit. Still, you have to be careful with that we stuff because that is exactly why everybody feels like you're her minion at this point, okay? And it is 100% true. It's 100% true. At one point, they get on this whole situation about the reasonably shady stuff and not wanting to stay out there in Williamsburg because it was shady, it was messed up or whatever. And Wendy getting her feelings about it, but then Wendy said, well, you got your feelings about it, so what's the difference? Because, you took it out on her, so she took it out, on y'all too. That's what it was. It was a tit for tat situation. And y'all was being petty as hell when you put that reasonably shady thing up there talking about some haters or not or whatever. And then, Robin said, if I'm not a hater, I wouldn't get offended. But y'all knew who y'all was talking about, and it don't take a rocket science to put 2 and 2 together to know who you was talking about and calling a hater. Okay, so let's stop that. Even Nikki chimed in and said the same thing. If you know that you're not a hater, don't worry about it. But see, Wendy said, y'all said that I was a hater anyway, so of course I was right. She was like, I said that after, once you got there or whatever. Either way, you said it and we knew, okay? Moving on from that, we get on this whole thing about Robin and first of all, Nikki said that, Robin been looking good to her. I said, Miss Nikki, what? To each his own. To each his own. That's not what I had an issue with. What I had an issue with, which I probably shouldn't, because I felt like Damn, bitch, I came on here and I reviewed just about every episode. No, I reviewed every episode. I've seen every episode this season. Did I miss the memo that Robin and Juan had sexual energy out the ass this season? Because according to Miss Nikki said that y'all had more sexual energy than I seen in previous seasons or whatever. Is it because, y'all was at home or whatever, or, you paying the bills now or whatever, he ain't got to do all the bills and stuff? I said, now, Nikki, what? She was like, you are a cute girl or whatever, because I knew some. I said, now, Nikki, what? Come again, ma'am. I said, Nikki, stop playing, stop boosting this girl head up. I mean, Robert is not ugly, so let's not do that. But she's just not my cup of tea, just like I'm pretty sure I'm not a lot of people's cup of tea, so that's fine. But at the same time, I'm like, what sexual energy was between Robin and Juan? I don't get it. Are we watching the same show? Because there was nothing there. We barely saw them together. And when we saw them together, they were going at each other. He was either putting her down or she was up there talking about something. Remember what you did when we had the baby? You can't do that no more if we had this other baby. That's what it was. I said, Nikki, what's happening? I don't get it, but all right. Girl, she brought up the whole fact about, people saying that not Juan, but baby, if... What's his name? Do Michael got a crush on Juan? Do he want to be with Juan? Baby, Robert said yes. We get into this whole conversation about, whether or not it's cool. She was like, and you still let him text him and all this stuff. And she was like, yeah, I mean, because for the most part, Juan ain't gonna let Michael do anything, because he did say he'll suck his dick or whatever, but he not gonna let him suck his dick. So it's cool. She was like, well, if it was a woman up there talking about some dad suck my man dick or whatever, and they close friends with him, I would never keep on letting them text or whatever. I wouldn't be cool with that. And I get what Nikki is trying to say, but at the same time, I don't think we take the seriousness. We don't take it serious about Juan and Michael. But truthfully, if it was a woman in a man situation, or if we were in a gay situation, we'll probably look at it, but we look at them as two heterosexual men that, allegedly, for one, heterosexual man, they ain't got that type of stuff around. It's just a bromance. Even though a lot of people feel like it's a lot of energy like that, at least coming from Michael. I ain't the one to put that out there, but that's what y'all be saying. But we all see it. I ain't commented on it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you cool with him texting? Because, I mean, next thing you know, they probably going to be flirting. And then when she asks Ashley, do he got any other gay male friends? Wait a minute. First of all, he's not gay, okay? Because you said, do he got any other gay male friends, as if he was gay. I said, bitch, you picked up on that real quick, because I didn't at first. I was like, oh. But I don't even know if she really answered the question. But then we get into, speaking of the gay stuff, we get into whether or not Robin and Gizelle did something, was bumping pocketbooks or whatever. And I said, y'all was coochie cutters, okay? Y'all was bumping coochie cutters at one point in time. You can't tell me no different. So if they want to say that they did it, they get into this whole thing. Had they ever been in a hotel room together? Did they ever share a bed together? Was they leg to leg? Was it a queen size bed or a king? It was a queen. Y'all was leg to leg. Oh my God, y'all was leg to leg. Probably butt to butt, bitch. And I was just sitting here like, oh. If they want to play these games, we can play these games and we can believe them, okay, if that's what they want us to do. But Nikki said, bitch, if you got $50 billion to be with some woman, who would it be? First of all, she was talking to Robin. Gizelle popped up and said, I'd take Robin if it's $50 billion. And she was like, oh, you trying to claim your stake? I said... okay, and then, they was like, truth be told, it'll be Robin and Ashley. And then Candice said, throw me up in there too. We could do what is a foursome or something like that. I said, well, you would do Ashley. I mean, if the money is right. If the money, $50 billion, bitch, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Okay? I'm not saying, bitch, who wouldn't? That's all that we gonna say. Girl, at one point, Karen was like, okay, that's cute or whatever. That's cute or whatever. Can we get this going on? Okay, next thing. Nikki was like, damn, Karen, can I control this? I'm gonna be the grand dame. I said, oh, so this is how this is about to go. Truth be told, this part 4 is already a waste, but I'm just watching it for shits and giggles because we really didn't need this. But that's why I'm not taking it serious, okay? Shits and giggles, that's it. So we get into Gizelle and her daughters and how people perceive her in that case. And, it was like, girl, yeah, you may be a bitch or whatever and messy on TV, but, you are a good mother. I will say, for the most part, I do like seeing Gizelle and her daughters together because them girls be getting her together. And it sounds like and it looks like she listens most of the time when they actually tell her what's up, okay? Meanwhile, they get into, because, girl, she was talking about also the whole situation with her beauty. And Gizelle is not an ugly girl. None of these women on this cast are ugly women, okay? And so I was like, Nikki, where you going with this? Because at one point she was like, your beauty can fade or something like that. It's something to the fact that Gizelle said, wait a minute, are you beauty shaming? She was setting it up so that they can get into the whole conversation about, the Ray basically saying you need to go ahead and get a man before your beauty phase or something like that. And what her comment was, and how disrespectful it was. Of course, Karen don't want to hear that. Oh, Ray would never lie. Ray would never do this. Ray would never. Ray said what he said, okay. And regardless of how you may feel about Gizelle, that was a rude ass comment. You don't tell somebody, well, you need to go ahead and get you a man or whatever before your beauty phase. Like, as if that's all that I'm being beautiful so that I could attract another person. No, okay. And like Nikki said, strong people or whatever, strong-willed people that look like that on the outside be showing that strong will or whatever. Sometimes people feel like or forget the fact that they have feelings too, and you can hurt their feelings as well. That was disrespectful what Ray said. We all said that when it came up, and I know that Karen knows that. That's why she made such a big deal about this supposedly wishing death on him type of situation, okay? She said what she said in response to what he said that was rude to her, okay? And it still wasn't no wishing death. But then we get into goddamn Karen, bitch. It's like, Karen, girl, you look good, okay? You look good for your age. And she was like, because they started about the age shaming. Why do you always age shame Karen, Gizelle? All right. At one point, Candy tried to Candy. I'm gonna start calling her Candy now. Candy tried to come in and interject or whatever. Bitch, Nikki said, hold on, Candy girl. Listen. I'm talking to her, okay? I said, damn, this like the second time the second time since the episode came on, Nikki done shut her down. I said, what is that about? What is going on? That girl, she said, no, if I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to this person. Or when I call your name, okay, raise your hand so I can call your name, then you can talk, okay? I said, well, shit, bitch, let me shut my ass up. But, Gizelle said, I ain't never age shamed Karen. And we was like, bitch, yes, you have. Even Nikki was appalled by it. Like, oh my God, they went down the road. Bitch, since season 1, you've been age shaming her as if Karen is all that much older than you. Karen is only 5 years older than her. She age shamed Karen as if Karen is in her 70s. And yes, like Nikki said, I mean, Karen was saying, when they ain't got nothing else, it's really disgusting for women to come at each other's age and stuff like that. Nikki was like, well, if they ain't got, they face ain't better than yours, your body ain't better than yours, this ain't better than theirs, their business ain't better than theirs, so the next thing that they can do is talk about your age, right? Right. Gizelle sitting there looking like, what? What? Come again? And it was like, but truth be told, Karen said, I'd never shied away from telling my age. I am 58 years old. And Robin said, let me just say this, bitch, because on first season, girl, when you first came up into the thing, you look like you was in your 60s, okay? And why they put that side by side, and I said, God damn, Karen did look like she was older. When she said she was 58 years old, I would have failed the fuck out, because if I was judging off of season 1, baby, this first season of anybody's show, it's always a mess. It's always a mess. The wigs don't be right. The makeup don't be right. But if they get more shows, they get a little bit more money. They see the reactions on social media. And so therefore they get their shit together, and they gradually, by each season, they get better. And that's what I feel like just about everybody on this show has done. And Karen has the biggest glow up because, baby, Karen, you look rough. Because they used to call Karen the Wicked Witch, okay? They used to call her that because of her nose. It was pointy because of the makeup, because of the wigs and everything. I remember that. Oh, it was a time. It was a time. In that mole or whatever. It was a time, okay? Nikki said, but girl, you look good. So, I think around the eyes or whatever, it looked a little different. She said, yeah, I get injections and stuff like that. That was cool. Okay. Everybody get a little Botox these days, so I'm not surprised about that. Then they, what else they get into after that? Jamal and Gizelle talking about do you believe in second chances, and if it was possible, would you give Jamal a second chance? Gizelle said yes, without a doubt. Okay, and was like, so why is it that you so willing to give him a second chance, or he willing to give you a second chance now that you're on TV and not the other way around? And she was like, because at this time, Jamal has actually been supportive of her venturing out on her own and being on the show since day one. I said, okay, cool. That is the father of her child, so I don't feel like her children, so I don't feel like she's lying about that. I 100% believe her. And I believe her to the fact that, he actually went on ahead and came onto the show too, because he could have said no. Even if it was fake or whatever, he could have said no and just let her do her thing. But he came on support, and he wasn't really making it about him. Okay, so I agree with her on that. And she said, this time around, it just felt like they're on equal footing because he was paying for everything, And so at this point, Gizelle, Nikki was asking, was he paying for things with the pastor money because he was a pastor? Gizelle had to let him know, listen, he had multiple streams of income. When he first started the church, which she helped, because she wasn't working, but she helped him start his first church, and it started with him and 40 other people. Now it's up to 15,000 plus people. And at that time, he used his speaking engagement, his books, and all this other stuff as means of income and not the church, because he wanted the church to gain and to be prosperous. I was like, all right, that makes sense, And so now he got his big congregation or whatever. Nikki said, I see why he got that Gucci car. Gizelle said, bitch, that shit ain't that much, okay? Truth be told, it really wasn't. They just put the stripe on there. That's it. It was, but it was cute. It was cute. And then they go on break. And then the husband come out. Baby, Eddie was like, damn, she was grilling y'all. She was like, listen, I can't wait. I'm scared to when she comes to me. Whatever gonna happen. I said, yeah, y'all should be, because asking the right questions. So we come back from break. We find out that Wendy ass was looking at the cards. Now listen, you better be glad. Girl, why are you looking at the cards? You gonna get what you gonna get, okay? You don't look at Andy cards, don't look at her cards, all right? That's no difference. Meanwhile, we get on Karen and this whole thing that happened between her and Gizelle when they was going back and forth, and then Karen said, this ain't what you want, Gizelle. This ain't what you want, okay? And then Nikki was like, so what are you talking about with this hot box situation? The same shit that we already talked about. She just said that it was something that she saw on the blogs or whatever. Was it what Gizelle wanted? No, it wasn't. Okay, Gizelle, now I bet you next time you won't say nothing. Oh, yes, I will, because that's what we do. We do this all the time. So, I'm not going to back down. And I do believe Gizelle is not going to back down, okay? Meanwhile, we get into Karen and her little freakiness, or her and Uncle Ray, what's going on with them. It seemed like they was a little bit more freaky with each other. She was like, yeah, because look at y'all. Y'all was you was sitting on his laps or whatever. Baby, I'm so mad that they showed that clip again when Karen was struggling to get on his lap, okay? I said, hold up. Because I felt like Ray at that moment was breaking down. Like his arthritis started messing up, and his legs started just locking up, and he couldn't get it right. And Karen just kept on sliding. I don't know what she was trying to do, but it just wasn't it, right? And she was like, yeah, we be doing what we doing. What's good is, the hustle, baby. I'm up in this place, Bloomingdale's, all this stuff, woo, woo, woo. And Nikki said, so what you be doing? Do you be squeezing his little butt cheeks when he be on top? I said, now, hold up. Nikki. That's a question we didn't want to ask, okay? Nobody wanted to know that. Not even us on Twitter, on social media. None of us wanted to know that. You just, why? Why? Okay, there's a certain limit. There's a limit, and you just crossed it. You just crossed it, ma'am. Somebody said, now, bitch, I didn't want to imagine that imagery, okay? And she was like, yeah, we do what we do, whatever, but I don't do teabagging. Nigga said, I'm glad you brought that up, because listen, bitch, you mean to tell me you don't know what tossing salad is or whatever? Like, who thinks that they don't know, that Karen really didn't know what tossing salad was, okay? Most of them raised their hands. Candice, of course, she did it. She said, like, I really felt like she didn't know, okay? And bitch, at one point, Candice said, I want to wait till 25 years to do butt sex. I said, oh, ma'am, what is happening? listening. I said on the real, this my type of shit, though. This my type of shit. No, talking like this, okay? Not, okay? Because you ain't finna, I probably do you, but you not finna, okay? I'm just saying, you know, let me put my thumb back there. Did I just say that? I did, and I ain't editing it out, because some of y'all be doing some shit too, okay? Like real grown freaky shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with playing. Anyway, moving on. That just threw me out. I know y'all be looking like, Ashley, what the fuck? Girl, listen, I told y'all I'm into some stuff, okay? Listen, I'm not boring. I'm not boring. Listen, we can do some things. Anyway, moving on. I know it may not look like it, but bitch, I can you tell me. Moving on, bitch. Okay, stop it. We get off of that. Then we get on to Mia and her mother and their scenes, and it was such a good moment. I will say this, regardless of what I've said, and I said this before, regardless of what I said about her bringing her mother on for a storyline, which it was. Everybody bring their people on for a storyline, okay? Their family on for a storyline or whatever. So whatever happens, happens, and it's because of you, because you brought them on for a storyline. I will stand by that. And I've also said that her storyline, for the most part, it was a wholesome storyline, because it is something that people have dealt with. You know, parents that have given their kids up. You know, people have gone through having a parent on that was addicted to drugs, alcohol, or whatever. And so, you know, it was one point where the mother had said that she used to get so mad at Mia because Mia acted or looked like her father. And she was like, Nikki said, did you ever tell her that hurt you? Because in that scene, it looked like it hurt you. And she was like, yeah, I told her, whatever. She was like, because you need to be vocal about this, because we need to be together as women and stuff like that. But basically, she voiced that. She said her and her mama is doing good. The mother has the kids now. She's staying at her place, watching the kids. And she was like, we're doing really good. And I love her for it, okay? You know, and I was just like, why you say it like that? It was like she was trying to make a point. Okay, girl, you made your point. I mean, that's cool. I don't deny it. I don't not believe it. Meanwhile, they started talking about what stuff that Gordon and Hubby getting into. You know, do they do like little threesomes? Do they bring Becky's, her word, not mine, little white girls, I guess, into the thing? Because Gordon had said, or I should say, Mia was the one that said that Gordon liked white girls, okay, on the show when they was in Williamsburg. Not Williamsburg, but when they was at, was it Williamsburg? Yeah, Williamsburg. No. When they was at Wendy's thing, okay? So, yeah, that I guess from what I heard, I guess they do be bringing people in. You know, they don't do the men, you know, maybe some women's. Does the sex get a little bit better or whatever with the surgeries that she's had? And when she said stuff about surgery and stuff, I said, now, Nikki, where we going with this? Because, Miss Ma'am, all right, read between the silence, okay? I'm not going to say it, but y'all know it. I like Nikki, but we have to, things have been enhanced, okay? Pregnancy or not. I'm just saying, it's cute, you know? And she wanted, but I'm pretty sure she was talking about the vagina rejuvenation thing or whatever. Like, girl, what does it do? Because I want to know too. Do it make it tighter? Do it make the grip a little bit better or whatever? Like, what's going on? Because she said her shit was big to a pulp. Like, what was going on? You know? So they was talking about the little freaky stuff and all this. And then they get into what I've been wanting to know. So it seems like the new wave is for all of y'all to be with older men. You know, you got you Karen, you got you Mia, you got you Ashley. So if it had $100 million, can you tell me exactly what was attractive? Would you be with this person again? Like if you had your own $100 million or whatever, like what attracted you to this person? I said, oh Lord, here we go. So then we get into this whole, like I said, the attraction situation with these older men. If you had $100 million, Karen, Ashley, Mia, would you be with the person that you with now? Okay, now Ashley said, if it was like when I first met him or whatever at the beginning, no, because I was a bartender or whatever. You know, we met when I was like 22 years old or whatever. But if I want to say it like I'm attracted to him. For real, you attracted to him? What you attracted to him? Like, what about it that attracts you? Bitch, Nikki was really concerned, okay, because I wanted to know too. All right, bitch, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? Is Michael my cup of tea? No. All right. And that's just saying, because his all encompassing personality and demeanor just turns me off and does nothing for me, okay? And that wouldn't be my type of preference anyway. Moving on from that, Ashley like it. She said that man turned her on. I said, oh. Nikki was like, okay. Karen said if she had $100 million, she still would have chose Ray, because something about Ray, when she saw him, he stirred her soul. I said, oh, okay. And I do believe Karen probably still would have been with Ray. When it comes to Gordon and Mia, girl, Mia said, yeah, but she wouldn't be up in the strip club. I think I would have been up in the strip club, still thinking about what these hoes be talking about or whatever. I might just be up in there. I said, Mia, stop it, okay? Mia, stop it. Truth be told, I don't believe it, but all right. We get into the whole conversation about her talking about the strippers, and if you go into a strip club, if a club is serving steak and lobster, it's not a strip club, okay? And Nikki said, bitch, you sound crazy, okay? She was like, you know what? When I went back and I saw how disrespectful I was to millions of boss women out there trying to make their living by, putting down them and calling them strippers instead of just saying that they're entertainers, okay? Nikki said, you will not be trying to make this a woman's empowerment type of situation, okay? You was wrong. Just say that, all right? Meanwhile, they trying to talk about the difference between a strip club, whether it's chicken and lobster, steak and lobster, chicken and fries, or whatever. Bitch, who finna eat steak and lobster at a strip club with... Girl, we already seeing... No. Give me some simple shit, okay? I don't need a fork. I don't need a knife. Like that, I don't need to be elegant or whatever. That ain't what I came here for. I came here for the lemon pepper wings, okay? The garlic powder lemon pepper fries and some ass. That's all that I came here for. You know what I'm saying? So, they was doing that. At one point, Candice tried to interject again because Nikki asked her about this whole thing about, Mia saying that she seemed like every man would want to be attracted to her, whatever, and the husbands and all that stuff. Candice tried to say something. Nikki said, now hold on, Candice. Listen, I'm going to have to tell you to go backstage with your projector, okay? That's what you need to do, all right? Mia said, put her in time out, okay? That's what you need to do. Put her grown ass in time out. I said, Mia, be quiet, okay? Well, I mean, you were talking. She was talking to you. But Candice, just sit there for a minute. She'll get to you in a second, okay? I know you just itching. It's understandable because Wendy opened up her mouth and said some shit too. Wendy and Mia gets into the whole thing because, of course, Mia called her insecure about the whole Eddie thing, and we get it. And Wendy, you do come off insecure. Nikki had to come up and talk about the big booty models, and that it came out that Eddie was following some big booty models on Instagram, and then when the article came out, it was one thing, but after the article came out, the numbers went down on his Instagram following or whatever. Because Nikki said, truth be told, you look like the type of person that would probably be controlling his stuff and looking at all the people that he follows and all this stuff. I said, unfortunately, Wendy, you do look like that. You do look like that. You give off that. Like, I follow and keep tabs on everything. Like, you keep a strict household or whatever. That's what you look like. And that's why people call you insecure. I'm sorry, we have to call it out, okay? I mean, I like you, but, some of your actions do show that, okay? And she was like, I don't know who he following. I don't keep up with that. And I said, oh, for real? Okay. So, Nikki had asked Wendy, did she get her butt done because Eddie out here following big booty models? And she was like, no, girl. First of all, my butt still ain't that big. Second of all, my butt still look good, though. But at the end of the day, he can follow whoever he want to follow. I said, is that true, Wendy? And I'm not talking about her getting her butt did, because I don't believe that she got it done for that. I'm talking about something he can follow whoever he want to follow. If that's what you say, Wendy, that's what you say. Cool, go ahead. Meanwhile, girl, they get... At one point... I don't even remember, but Mia and Wendy wound up getting into it. Baby, did y'all see the way Nikki was like, when Mia said that she's always been a sex symbol? Baby, y'all better get them gifts off from Nikki. Nikki was giving us some prime gift material, okay? Gift material, whichever one you want to call it. Either way, them two get into it about who free. Wait a minute, strip. I don't know, because at one point Wendy was calling her out about, fucking on the bathroom at the Waffle House and eating bacon and all this stuff. It was just a mess. I got tired of that, okay? So I kind of blanked that out. It really wasn't important. But then we get into the whole Candice situation and her mother, okay? Why would you allow your mama to, disrespect your husband on TV the way that he's doing? The way that she's doing to him, okay? You need to cut that down, because this is the type of situation where this person keeps on getting away with it. They're going to continue to do it. She said, of course I have. And then, of course, Wendy was like, here, pass the tissue over there to her. I said, damn, Candice, this shit must be really hitting hard, because you cry every fucking time. You didn't cry on all 4 fucking parts. I don't understand. But all right, because we've already been through this, and basically she did try to talk to her mom. She did tell her what it was going on, and she did step away from her for a few weeks, and Nikki said you still need to cut that shit down, okay, because obviously she's not getting it. And then Candice was like, if she ain't getting it from me, she will get it from you. I said, that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer. Your mama don't care who the fuck a Nicki Minaj is, okay? She might know who she is, but she don't care that much to be influenced by a Nicki Minaj. She is not one of these young kids out here or young adults out here that stands, okay? So she shouldn't have said that, to be quite honest. I get what she was trying to do, like somebody of a higher magnitude, influence or whatever, say that you need to stop what you're doing because you're basically messing up the family and you're being disrespectful to your daughter, but your mama not gonna care. Miss Dorothy is gonna still do what she gonna do. Then we get into the whole thing about Candice's song. Y'all, when y'all heard that Candice was coming out with a song, did y'all think that it was going to be a platinum hit from 1 to 10, 10 being a platinum hit or 1 being a flop, okay? Be honest. Mia said she thought it was going to be a -2. Candice said that was coming from the place of hateration. Mia just... I get it. I'm not even going to stress it because they don't get along, so I didn't expect Mia to say anything nice, all right? I just, like, girl, you could have kept it to yourself, but, she asked you the question, so whatever, and then going in and in about how you didn't hear the song on the video shoot or whatever. Girl, at this point, she doing a little much. She doing too much, okay? We get that you don't like her after the fact, but before that, you did like Candice, okay? So let's stop that. But, Karen said, I give it a 9. And Karen said, I give it a 9 for effort. I give it a 9 for talent. Nikki said, that is not what I asked. I asked, when you first heard that she was going to put out a song, did you think that it was going to be a platinum song? Okay. She said, well, if you want to put it that way, no, I thought it was going to be like a 5. Okay. Which is good. Baby, Candice said that her song been out and she is charting on the Billboard chart. Nikki said, what Billboard? Billboard or iTunes? She said both. I'm 24 on Billboard and I'm 4 on the R&B charts on iTunes, okay? So that's what it is. R&B on both of them, And she was like, huh. Okay, and how long it's been out? For a couple of months or so? I said, why is Nikki like this? I said, I don't understand. Like, I get people don't like the girl, okay? And I don't feel like Nikki was trying to be extra shady, or I don't even know if she realized she was being shady with the question, because it was more so her reactions afterwards, after she asked the question. When she asked the girl, how many copies of the album did they sell already? And she said over 500 million. And she was like, no, girl, I'm talking about the album. She was like, no, I'm serious, like the album. I think Candice thought she was talking about the single Drive Back. And even then, I don't think that it was up there either, okay? Because she was like, hold on, let me get my infographs, okay? So she went and looked on the thing, and Mia was like, you don't have these numbers in your head already? She was like, they just came out yesterday. Okay, so you still don't have them in your head? I said, Mia, shut up, okay? Just be quiet. Let her figure this out. And I felt bad for Candice in this part. I know some of y'all just be like, girl, no. But I kind of felt bad because Mama got put on the spot. And I said, I knew them numbers was going to come back real low. Them numbers was going to come back real low. And it was 20,213, something that copies sold. 20,000 copies, okay? And my whole thing is, for an independent artist who didn't really have that much of a push behind her, she did good enough for what she got, okay? I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate. Can you do it? I'm just going to put it out there like that. But Nikki was just like... Okay, so let's look at your new video. I said, Nikki, bitch. Bitch, do you know I would have turned so fucking red on that stage if that shit would have happened to me? Bitch, and then told the girl to sing a cappella. Like, girl, you had a lot of auto-tune on your stuff. A cappella, as she said. You had a whole bunch of auto-tune on the stuff. She was like, yeah, on most of the songs, a lot of the songs, I had auto-tune. And truth be told, D-Space is a cute little album. I'm not going to sit here and hate. I gave it a few listens, okay? And I do like Drive Back. I do like Drive Back, okay? And I like the song she did with Tracy Braxton. So, girl... She told that girl to sing a cappella. She said, listen, I don't want to sing, I sing a gospel. She was like, no, sing Dry Back. Sing, give us 4-5 bars, okay? That's all you got to do. Give us a couple of lines or whatever. I said, oh, no, baby, do you know how embarrassed I would be? Embarrassed. You know, if you're an entertainer or whatever and you into the thing, I mean, you don't have to get ready. You should already be ready. And if you got the abilities and you say you a singer, whatever, me, very east side. Ooh, girl, I'll give you a whole bunch of fucking runs and make some shit up if I can't think of nothing right off the bat, bitch, okay? That's what I would have did. But, bitch, my ass would have been put on the spot, and I probably would have been embarrassed as shit, and I probably would have shrunk back, too. Okay? I'm just gonna say that. So, you know, they coasted it out of Candice to go ahead and sing Drive Back. Nikki wanted to hear Drive Back. That's the song that mostly everybody knows if they're a fan of hers or whatever, or probably seen on the show. That's what they wanted to hear. And Candice finally really did it. She got them to snap along or whatever. And she sounded good. She sounded good for Candice, okay? She didn't sound bad or anything. And Nikki was vibing to it, whatever, and it was decent. But then here come Mia. Mia said she just might download the song. But coming from somebody like me, you know, I'm a music connoisseur, and I tell you if the shit sounded fucked up or not, she sounded good. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. But what got me was Mia said, listen, I understand we still got to film, but I gotta pee, okay? I need to go to the bathroom, and I've been holding this thing forever. And they was like, okay, cool. So they went on break. They went on break to come back just to say, we're done. I said, Mia, I mean, it probably was a little bit longer, some other stuff that was going on, editing or whatever. But while they was trying to get back, you know, on the break or whatever, Chris come out there in his feelings. He said he saw the whole thing and he didn't like the line of questionings and all this stuff. And, you know, I'm sitting here so like, you mad at what Nikki was saying? Granted, you know, it's anybody, whatever. Nikki, you can be mad if you want to, but I'm not understanding what he was mad at when your wife wasn't mad. Nobody else was mad. Everybody was getting hit with something, okay? And everybody took it in stride. So why are you mad? Chris, what's the problem? I don't get it. Do y'all think he had a right to be mad, especially when Candice wasn't mad? Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this. Truth be told, this part 4 was not needed. It was a good key, but it wasn't needed. But it was cute, but it wasn't needed. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.